morning, good morning. Just going on now, so I'm just plugging power in to make sure my phone is good. Hi, good morning. Welcome, thanks for chiming in, thanks for sharing, please, on Periscope and on Twitter as well. Wow, this is I get so washed out. I'm trying to get a decent angle on this so I look like I can see my face. So, as you know, thanks for coming in, thanks for being here. As you know, obviously, I mean, it's on the news. We saw it yesterday here. I'm in Los Angeles, West Coast. Sorry about yesterday. I don't want to speak to the politics of this because there's still no more information coming out, and there's a whole right, wrong thing about this. But what I want to say is this: having been through the experience of 9/11, I was here in LA at the time, and having to pray for 2,500 people during that time, physically, and to know what it feels like, and then also to be growing up in London during the Belfast uprising, or I should say, arguments, and I did my title however it did. So I just put the hashtag Parrython, I think, what I did, so I hope I did it right. Anyway, bottom line is this. I experienced the bombings in London during the Irish, what's the word looking for? Bad times we had back in the 70s. So I've experienced as a kid the bombings. And it's something you don't get over, not so much you don't get over, but you just don't have any understanding of. Because we live peaceful lives. We are very blessed as people generally in the Western world. So when something like this happens, it shocks our system. And we got two options to react. Well, three really. One is to do nothing and to just be. Sorry, I'm a bit tongue-tied this morning trying to articulate my thoughts and put it into context. Yeah, well, it's not so much peace kills war. Peace removes war. And understanding does too. The thing for me I want to say is this, as best I can. What happened in Paris is something we can't understand because we're not that sort of people. There are people out there who choose to use violence as a means to create a message, and some people do it because that's what they think is the only way to go. Whether it's for right or wrong or for whatever, yeah, that's healthier. I'm more passionate about the fact that we as a people, the majority of us, can stand together in a place of compassion, caring, love, peace. And it's not about being ignorant of things that happen. It's not about being I'm trying to find the words to articulate that makes it really special. Usually, obviously my scopes are much more entertaining and dynamic, and I'm good on the flow. But this one stops me to think and to be still. And that's what I'd recommend you do too. So for today, if you do want to check the news, I'd recommend you read the news versus watching it on television, because reading it gives you more chance to ponder and stop and pause, whereas television throws images at you all the time. So for me, I recommend that source of your information first. Secondly, is remember a lot of people are there dealing with this directly, and some people on scope maybe as well. So my thoughts, my prayers, my heart is with you. I am a spiritual counselor at my spiritual center, and when 9/11 hit, we were all called to come in and hold vigil, to pray for people, and to be their counsel during that day, which was on a Tuesday at the time. And I said, I've had to pray, not had to, I prayed in front of 2,000 people after that event as well. So I've been in the place to hold the space for other people, which is not easy. No argument about that. But it's also about the fact that we can do that for each other. And it doesn't, I'm not unique, special, different. Yeah, I had some training, but we can all do this. We can do it through Periscope, we can do it through our friends, and here's what I recommend. When things like this happen, yes, send your love, your prayers, your support to France, to Paris, to anybody. And also stay clear of the politics, because that doesn't help anybody. And yes, by the way, you can, as Kimberly just put up, you can go to standingwithfrance.com to put your time in, if you want to do a Periscope on this and stand with us and put in a time slot. It's all day today. But also, this is a good time to reach out to your loved ones. Those close to you, those far from you, those you haven't seen for a while, and speak to them. Share your love, to be compassionate, to be with yourself. Because a lot of the upset we have about what's happening out there can be relieved when you have love in here. When you come to more peace with yourself, when you become more compassionate with who you are, and you send love and you be present with love and compassion, the greater force on the planet is love. The greater force of spirit is love. The great opportunity is to send love even when there's discord, suffering, hurt, and death. Through barbarism, you know. Yeah, I know that. I understand you just, because again, today, and here's the thing, Esther, yeah, this is the thing. Today is not a day where you can be perfect. Today's not a day where you can have the right words all the time. I'm trying to articulate stuff and I'm not having a good time with this either. Today's a day where you can just be present. Yeah. Love out, spend love, be compassionate. It's easy to get into they shouldn't have done this and this is right and wrong, and it doesn't help anybody. The people in Paris are going to do it the way they need to deal with it because they're right on the ground, and I know Ian, one of my friends, is out there too. At the same time, wherever we are in the world, what can you do to contribute to peace? What can you do to contribute to love? What can you do to contribute to compassion for somebody else, a stranger even? Because one act can change the planet. If you go to the butterfly effect, there's an opportunity to make a difference in your life, wherever you are, now. This scope is part of my mission. I've got things I'm doing today, and I'll be with some other people today talking about this as a place of how can we add more peace to the world, not worry about more war, you know? So I don't know who's next because I think I've used up my 10 minutes, and I'll keep going for a bit longer unless somebody else wants to jump in, but I want to just share that we can do something different. So that's it, all right? So, anything else? I guess I'm waiting for somebody else to go now. So that's why I want to say that. So, yes, exactly. Butterfly effect, ripple effect, add more peace to the planet. Add more peace to your friendships, add more peace to your life, add more peace to where you are. So, add more peace where you are. All right? So I think I'm signing off. You're welcome. Thanks for being here. You can follow me at General Periscope, and I'll be back on later on today. But that's it. All right? Thank you much. And whoever's next can be signing in. I'm going to drop off now because I'm going to go get some breakfast. It's early in the morning here for me. All right? See you soon. Bye.